Ranil and Sajith are handicapped by JVP/NPP funding. SJB is to launch an economic blueprint. Reinforcements arrive for Sajith, who cannot do it alone. Also in his support, Jalani plans to tour the country. The disappointed think tank chief goes against Ranil. A vote for Sajith is a vote for AKD, Ranil tells the UNP. SLPP ones are busy campaigning for Ranil. A readiness to surround UNP SJB offices. Senasinghe opposes a Ranil Sajith union. Sajith is set to lose in the end. His advisor ridicules MPs. SJB audio tapes with permit talks are to come out.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Ranil and Sajith are handicapped by JVP/NPP funding. Just over 2 weeks remain for the presidential polls campaigning. It should end by midnight on the 18th. So, all the candidates are doing their maximum and preparing for the final showdown. Sajith plans to launch the SJB's economic blueprint on the 4th. Harsha says the 6-page document clearly spells out how the economy would be steered. The last days of Sajith's campaign are to be based on this economic blueprint. According to the plan, the party's 3 economic experts are to give the lead. At the same time, Senasinghe and Marikar will take on the economic programs of both Ranil and AKD. However, the SLPP deserter Godahewa is to be dropped from the entire process. At the same time, Sajith's inner circle members are to be promoted as per a decision by Lucky. Leader TV brought to you the specifics in recent days. Now they are shown in a video, with its maker Kellam Palitha endorsing that Sajith has a talented team. Ranil's social media team is finding fault with that too, after having claimed that Patali and Dulles have been sidelined by the SJB. According to their posts, the SJB is promoting others due to the opinion in society that Sajith is an incapable one. By the way, Sajith is also planning to make a showpiece out of his wife Jalani in the coming days. Marikar and Senasinghe are preparing to carry out an all-out attack against the 2 main rivals. It will be a very strong one, after the leaking of a video in which the former is seen asking Ranil for vehicle permits. In the meantime, Ranil's campaign gathers momentum. SLPP politicians supporting him are planning to come out with their alliance on the 5th. With PM Dinesh as the chairman and Ramesh as the secretary, it will include the PA, SLFP, MEP, as well as Tiran, Lanza, Pilayan, Devananda, and many other Tamil and Muslim politicians to target the general election as well. Deelam informed the chief prelates of the Asgiria and Malwate chapters about it on the 2nd. All the groups now with Ranil are prioritising how to face the next general election. The UNP, Lanza and Yapa, SLFP's Siripala, Amarawera and Alagiawane are campaigning separately. So does the Prasanna, Mahindananda, Kanchana, Rohitha, Pramitha, Shehan, Kanaka, SM and Pavitra lot. But certain of Ranil's men clowning in Colombo are already showing signs of dropping out. Out of 14,000 centres, a mere 3,000 have so far been opened. Canvassing by the SLPP has been impeded by the fear of facing a public backlash. But Mahindananda has assured Ranil that things are okay. Lanza, too, has told him, "Don't you fear, sir? The game will be won without much of a hue and cry." His camp has started attacking AKD and Sajith together, with Ranil himself leading from the front. "A vote for Sajith is a vote for AKD," he said in Kekirawa and Chilao. "Sajith cannot win and AKD gains from every vote cast in his favour," he stressed to UNP supporters. He added that he has the support from the north, south and all other parts of the country. He also instructed his campaigners to expose the head of a think tank that issues opinion polls and statements against the government. That one had been rejected by Ranil to be the chairman of the Bribery Commission. He had even offered to coordinate with the IMF. His rejection has made him attack Ranil more and more. Now he is to be exposed for all his pains. Although the others are afraid of going canvassing for Ranil, those who supported Gota and are now with the NPP do their job for AKD without any fear. It seems AKD has nothing left to do with everything fully covered. His posters, cutouts, offices are everywhere, and canvassing is taking place across the country. What's more, the NPP has named 2 campaigners each for every 10 households to encourage voting early on the 21st. 3-wheelers and hand tractors are ready to transport the voters. It is said the NPP only has to pocket the result of what they had been doing for the past 2 years. So, both Ranil and Sajith have failed to even come near the NPP campaign, but it is becoming like an overdose now, with the JVP/NPP and AKD are talked about and shown everywhere. AKD has set aside the 19th and the 20th to take a final decision on the heads to be appointed to the country's nerve centres once he becomes the president. Ranil and Sajith are both severely handicapped by a shortage of funds to match AKD's campaign. The business fraternity that used to fund 2 mainstream candidates previously are now having to help out more candidates and even their catchers. They have to distribute whatever is given among Ranil, Sajith, AKD, Namal and Dilith. So Ranil and Sajith failing to get money as expected, their campaigns are faced with financial hardships. The NPP is said to be the biggest recipient of funds. It plans to have a major campaign on newspapers and television during the final week. A readiness to surround UNP SJB offices. Sajith's campaign manager, Sena Singhi, has spoken against lower-rung activists of the SJB and UNP who want their leaders to unite to counter the challenge by AKD. After failing to woo 25 SJB MPs, Hakim, Rishad and Sumanthiran as boasted, Ranil's side is now saying they should come together, he said. According to Lanka News, powerful businessmen and politicians having links with both sides are brokering a unity between the 2 parties. The main reason is the formidable challenge coming from the NPP and the opinion surveys that indicate none of the candidates securing 50% of the votes. The website says a success in the ongoing talks will see Sajith and Ranil sharing top positions in the next government. Critics have interesting things to say about this development. Ranjana Sinanayake of 89 Brotherhood says on Facebook that just like Thalitha said, Sajith should aim to be a future president after practicing patience and becoming the PM this time. A loss, especially to Ranil, will surely end his political journey, he warns. If AKD wins and overcomes the financial woes as the president, he has the potential for a second term, says Sinanayake. Failure on his part will result in the people needing the gas cylinder again, not the telephone, he adds. An anonymous WhatsApp message this morning says Ranil became the temporary president on his own and is on a race to gain permanency. Without a doubt, he is the veteran politician with the best brains in global politics and relations. The UNP believes he can win without a game after having ended queues and prevented the country from becoming yet another Bangladesh. But Sajith has divided the UNP votes, which is a point favouring AKD. With signs of no candidate managing to secure a clear majority, UNP supporters have decided to surround Ranil's Flower Road place and Sajith's number 30 office and demand the 2 unite again. While this suggestion is being openly mooted by the UNP, some in the SJB are considering it in a favourable light too. When some young MPs tried to raise it, an advisor to the leader reacted very strongly. Very well. Go and meet Ranil today just like you did in the past days. Tell him to help Sajith to be the president. If he is willing, giving him the premiership can be considered, he told them. That made them make a hasty retreat. With even advisors in such a mindset, one of the MPs in that incident said at a funeral in Barella, just days ago, that they will have to make a firm decision very soon. Anyway, some telephone party MPs promising even to lay down their lives for the top man don't answer the phone after getting their work done. It is now said that audio tapes of some of them will be out very soon. That means there are a lot more who have sought car permits. Even moderate critics question the level of corruption in the SJB. The contest is a 3-horse race between Ranil, AKD and Sajith. The others are nowhere near them. Voters have the last say. Whatever happens, they should make a wise decision, Or else, the country will revert back to instability and they will have to make up their minds to queue up for essentials. That's it for today.
The Leader. දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.